Matt Marcii, and thank you to Songwriters Land for inviting me to talk about the history and the story of my track I Already Miss You, featuring Andrea Ekeli.
Even if I already miss you,
so this is the story of the song that never wanted to be finished. In total, I think we had 6 singers come on and off the single, and I actually wrote this song back on the 13th of December 2019, but it is finally out and available to listen to almost a year later. So let's go back to the start. I'm a songwriter and producer, but sadly not a very good singer. So I was trying to write a song for a big American artist. So we'd spoken online about doing a song together. She had millions and millions of streams, and it was for me to kind of come up with an idea. I started off with a guitar chord pattern. The slight issue there is I am a terrible guitar player, and I also have a terrible guitar. Here's the guitar, 3/4 size electric. I'm also 6'4", so this looks incredibly tiny. I know this is a podcast, so if you're listening, imagine a very tall man with a small guitar. So this is the chord pattern. And I'm only palm muting because that's the only thing I can do. If I play full strums, it sounds horrendous. Yeah, funnily enough, when I recorded that, I thought, that's probably not going to impress an independent artist with over like 3 million streams. So luckily, production saved me because I'm a producer, not a guitar player. Let's put that down. So what I did was record that into Pro Tools, and that turned into this. This is how the guitar sounded when I recorded it. Not good. So just put that through a guitar pedal and LFO, so it's like a sidechain thing. Gives it a rhythmic pattern like this. That honestly is quite a lot of the song. I just absolutely mangled it through a guitar amp. Next thing's next. I'm a keys player, so it's quite easy to just put some basic chords on there, just a stock one that comes with Pro Tools. That, then say another big part of the song is these vocal samples. So found from Splice. It's kind of a call and response type thing. My theory is that you want something that people would sing along with. So if there is an opportunity to have a kind of call and response, I think it will stick in the listener's mind a bit more. So this is how we've got. So these are the first 2.
you. I already miss you.
Super weird, but it kind of got stuck in my head, so I know that that actually is catchy. So this is the first demo.
I already miss you.
So this was the starting point. Then I worked on the lyrics. I started the lyrics off. The original lyrics started off with that kind of creepy kind of obsession love, but then it evolved into how you can end a relationship with somebody because you know it's the best thing to do with your head, even though your heart says that you do still miss them. So we kind of worked on that. So then what happened is I wrote the lyrics to this song, the basic first lyrics, and recorded myself singing, very sadly for her ears, to this American female artist. And she said she loved it, which was fantastic. So I was super excited, thinking I was going to get a really big cut. And then she started talking about how she thought that it could turn into a duet. So from a female perspective in the first verse and a male perspective in the second. So then I rewrote the lyrics for the second verse, and she had another big, a friend of hers, a big male artist that she was going to do the song with, under the same management as The Weeknd. So obviously super excited. So I sent the song off, heard nothing for weeks and weeks and weeks, still heard nothing, sent her a message, emailed her, sent him a message, sent the label a message, still absolutely nothing. So after weeks and weeks and weeks of hearing nothing back, I set a hard deadline saying, look, I've got other people that will cut this song. If you can record it by this date, then we're all happy. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get someone else to record the song, because you've had it for a couple of months and still nothing's happened. That was agreed upon that someone else would sing it. So then we had an artist from Italy who was going to be singing on the track, and sadly that didn't work out due to logistical reasons, not being able to record herself. That didn't happen. Then we had another male singer on the song. That didn't work out either, sadly, because of the conflict with his schedule. Then another female singer, independent singer, and I pretty much lost all hope this song would ever actually come out. And then eventually I found Andrea Ekeli. I actually did my last single with, I'm Over You, which has been featured on the Songwriters podcast. And I just asked her, do you want to sing this song? And she said yes, and she recorded it within a couple of days back home in Norway during quarantine, and sent me the vocals, and she just transformed it to the next level. She's an unbelievable singer. She added all these fantastic vocal runs and harmonies, and it was just phenomenal. So production wise, I started off with me playing acoustic guitar very badly through the guitar amp and the vocal chops. At that point I'd kind of put a little bit of keys, that type of thing, but it wasn't really progressing that well. So then I spoke to my friend Tim, who is actually Pilot. Some of you may know, he's a massive producer, kind of more in the retro synthwave type of thing. But he listened to the song and loved it. So we actually worked on that together, again, remotely. So I was going to work on this with Tim. He was set down to come and visit me from Manchester, because I live near Cambridge. And then obviously the start of COVID. So Tim was due to come down, and then obviously this is at the start of COVID, and Tim actually caught coronavirus, so he was bedbound and not able to come down. So again, another little setback. It took him a few weeks to recover, and then eventually we were able to start. So we did everything remotely. He worked in Bitwig, I worked in Pro Tools, and we kind of started. The main thing that he built on was the drums. So we're kind of into the actual full session. So everything exported that I made with Tim in these epic 14-hour sessions. Just that bass line. We played some keys just to kind of add a little bit of extra into the final chorus. The funky bass on the drums, I think, really transformed the song. I got all the stems back and started to work on the mix. Then the next setback is that I got horrendous ear infection to the point where I couldn't really hear. I got to the point where I could only really hear about as bad as 30% out of one ear. So I was trying to mix this record and I couldn't actually hear very well at all. So I managed to get the instrumental sounding fine, but I just could not get the vocal sounding right. So remember, I've had 4 singers at this point, on and off the single, on and off the single, worked for hours and hours and hours in the production with Tim, and then finding this, I've got an amazing vocal, but I just can't make it sound right. It sounds bright, then it sounds dull. So then I had to get some more help getting that finished. So my cousin, Ollie, who actually is an audio engineer, I just had to get him to come in with a fresh set of ears, and he came in, listened to it, bypassed all the hundreds of plugins that I'd put on there, and just kept some of them, and we were there. We were finally finished. So it was just a huge relief to get done. As I say, the internal politics of working with labels, managers, singers being on the single, off the single, etc. It was so hard to get finished. Say my hearing difficulties, I couldn't even mix properly, but somehow I managed it. And then that last little bit, the vocals, I couldn't get right. So it really is a story of how, when you get stuck, getting other people to help in the areas that you're weak really will push you across the finish line. So the song is finally finished. It's down the dark pop kind of vein. It's transformed a lot since the start, but I think Andrea has done a fantastic job with the vocals. I'm super proud of it. I say this is probably the most amount of effort and the longest it's taken for a song ever to be done. So bear in mind, we started off on the 13th of December. I wrote this song, and it's been through many different versions, many different forms, but now it is finally out. I can't wait for you to hear it and listen to it, enjoy it.
So there we go, that's the story behind the track I Already Miss You, Matt Marcii featuring Andrea Ekeli. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, then follow me on Instagram at Matt Marcii, M-A-R-C-I-I, or if you want to follow me on Spotify, same thing there, just search for Matt Marcii. Follow me on there and you can listen to this song and all the others. I'm working on 17 singles at the moment, all collaborations, different genres with artists around the world. So there's a lot of music coming and I hope you enjoy it.
Woke up with no regrets, but an empty side of bed. Don't know why I've waited for so long. Busy minds and empty rooms, things that make me think of you. Now I know for sure we don't belong. Gone another day and night, don't know how to make it right. At the end I finally realized all those years have gone so fast. Not one moment I take back. Better off away from each other. Even if I already miss you, I already miss you. Oh, I already miss you. I already miss you. When we said our last goodbye, tears are falling from my eyes. Don't know why I waited for so long. Then you tried to hold my hand, I was weak, I couldn't stand. Now I know for sure we don't belong. Gone another day and night, don't know how to make it right. At the end I finally realized all those years have gone so fast. Not one moment I take back. Better off away from each other. Even if I already miss you, I already miss you. Oh, I already miss you. I already miss you. And I miss you, but I don't know why I've waited for so long. Yeah, I miss you, but I know we don't belong. Even if I already miss you, if I already miss you, I already miss you. Oh, I already miss you. I already miss you.